Hello, humans. Hello. How are you all doing this fine morning? Or late at night for me. Yep. Where is it? There it is. I might get to work while you... Oh. Damn. Folding it live? Yeah. Hello, sharpness. Yes, more asteroids. Yes. Why you stream at this time? I'm trying to keep myself awake longer, so I maintain a normal sleep schedule. This is a pretty normal time to stream. Not for me, but like just in general. Why are we gabbing it so often recently? I don't know. Boredom? I mean, dude, it's 7:50 p.m. Is my chat trolling me? Like I said, I'm in Canada like a bajillion times at this point. Um, what the fuck do I even use my energy on, dude? Let me go to Galbraina's thingy. Dude, something I instantly realized. The Nightmare Fields in Lahai Roy, the mobs have at least like 2 to 3 times the amount of HP. I wasn't the only one thinking that. Yeah, I just realized it because I haven't been doing the tacit fields in Lahai Roy because I just don't need to. I already got enough ER on Lene, and like I didn't have any idea at all of my possibility of getting Luke. But now that I'm like semi considering it at the back of my head, I go do it. I mean, you guys just saw how fucking long and beefy. Okay, you saw how long that fight took and how beefy they were. And then we went over here and they got instantly one-shotted. It's like a massive difference. Isn't collab super soon? I wouldn't say super soon. Uh, it's still 3 more patches in 3.4. So, like basically like 5 months away. Can I get an early Mornai, please? I don't want to use my coral. Fuck. When's the last time I got a 4-star? Oh, not far enough. Let's go do fantasy real quick. Use an electro character? No, I'm good. I'll just put this guy. I'll throw Yan Wu and just not use him. Yeah, there we go. New fields take like twice the amount of time, yeah. What up, Gabby? What up, Folder? Is it just me or does 3.1 look like a dry patch in terms of content and QOL? Well, I'm not gonna say anything. It's kind of doom posty to say anything about that right now. But yes, I brought this up in a community post a little bit ago. I've seen multiple CCs at this point try to basically deflect the criticism of the patch from the spending event and other shit to saying like, oh, the free to play polls, this is the most polls we'll get in a patch ever. But I think it's similar to Froze patch in terms of content, and that was the lowest poll count in this game. So I could be wrong. I don't think it'll have the same amount of polls as Froze patch, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. But I think people are getting a little too hyped for the polls on that patch. Like, I'm gonna go out and say it. I'm putting 100 to like 110. I think is like the max polls we get in that patch. What do I want? This is both Lene and Luke. This is not Flamewing. This is the other one. I think this is the one for Lupa, which I don't have. So I'll just go with this one. Oh fuck. I tried to click on the echoes and I missed it. I wonder what CCs are doing that. Yeah. There's even a new CC on the block uni. There's another new one. Dude, a new one spawns like every 1 to 2 months on my recommended. That is like basically trying to bring up Hoyo and compare them and talk about why Wuwa is better. Their argument is that the spending event in Wuwa is fine because Wuwa actually puts the money that they make into Wuwa specifically. And so the spending events in the other games are worse and indefensible. Like, I get... No, it's not Blazon. It's not Blazon. This is a completely new and way smaller channel. I saw that video, you think? Who? Uh, I think it was something vibes. The only reason I remember vibes in their channel name was because of the recent Marvel Rivals drama, which I found kind of funny, and one of the main things was vibes. I don't remember the rest of their channel name. Yeah. Analytical vibes, yeah. Mm. 3 streams in one day? Are you sure it was 3? Oh, I made one when I was going to sleep. I made one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, these things aren't even monetized, Uni. To be honest, the more time I waste streaming, the less motivated I am to make videos. So there's no video today. I just like streaming sometimes because, like, I can just talk with the community for a bit and I can fix my sleep schedule.
Can you keep up?
Son. Can you unmerc them? Yep. That's the power of S6. Game breaking.
Onward. One strike. Settle it all.
Um, you should add a capybara picture on the bottom right so people think a capybara is playing. True. Um, Nothing heavy attack related, really? VTuber arc soon? Nah, never.
Mandate calls. Fought. Behold. Your life is mine to take.
Thank you. Lock. No, no, no. Wait, no, no, no. Yes, yes. Just in case. I forgot. They actually prefer attack Ella. You should invest into Dot on one of the accounts you own. Add some diversity. No. I don't play on my Phanon account anymore. And my free-to-play account exists solely for optimal investment. And I've already decided I'm going for Elation on my Cassie account. Do a 10 pull? Yeah, dude, for sure. With 140 asterite. Shit's gonna go the craziest 10 pull of all time. Do you know AMS Weekly boss material? It's not in the game right now. You gotta wait. I think even weren't the butterfly mats bait too? I'm pretty sure the butterfly mats don't even work for AMF, even though she's like a sword user. Like they actually baited people so hard with that shit. Jesus. What's your pity at? I think right now like 52. Let me check. I'm at 53, but that one pull probably put me at 54. So soon I'll be at 55.
Into the wind.
Which sword mat? The butterfly one, I think. I heard that she had different mats as compared to the butterfly one. Let me see. Wait, no, wrong place. It's in the guidebook. Wait, where is it? Oh, yeah, this one. I'm pretty sure this isn't for her. Even though it says it's for sword resonators. I can check Haku. Maybe Haku just shows it. So they can confirm. Oh wait, no, she does use this. Never mind. Well, at least according to Haku. I heard she had it though. Ugh. Well, that's good. I'm about to level up to 65 as well. How in the world do I get 20 more asteroid? Dude, I've milked fucking everything, man. Like, Jesus. Um, Official announcement says she uses those mats. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I saw something like yesterday or a few days ago that said that that wasn't the case. So I thought like, oh shit, was there a change? Dude, I've genuinely milked everything. Oh my god. What's this? Will this give me shit? Farm achievements? Oh yeah, yeah, true. Oh, that's desperation, man.
Onward.
Why? How the fuck am I supposed to get up there? Oh, never mind. This ain't the second floor. I'm stupid. Wait, there should be something around here that takes me up. Oh, wait, no, I can call it down, right? No? Oh, yeah, here it is. Did you do all the hollows? Yeah, all the hollows are done. How do you check that again? No. No. But yeah, like I did the most recent hollow. It's already done.
Onward.
Do the events? I've already done all the events. What do you mean? I'm already caught up on this. I'm almost completely done with this. Oh, the capturing starlight. Okay, yeah, this one. Yeah, actually, that one's easier. Yep, I forgot about this shit. But, like, the only one you can say I haven't really done is this, but I don't want to, so.
Can you keep up?
Do the backlog events? Are you fucking insane? Those things give, like, absolutely nothing for the amount of time you put in. Let's see. I did all of them when I started in 2.4. Yeah, but I'm not as crazy as you.
Onward.
I'm not getting this more nigh in time, though. No matter what I do. There we go. There's 8 days? Yeah, but it's just not happening. Might as well save the pity for Luke or Galb. Yeah, I know.
Can you keep up?
I was just hoping I could get like a early Mornai at like what some extent. Like fuck, man. I was hoping I'd get an early to some fucking extent. That would not be cool, unspoken. Hmm. It won't be early anymore? Yeah, for sure. It's not like 50, late 50s pity. The only problem is like, if I do decide to go for Luke, I can probably guarantee him because he's on second half and I have monthly pass. But like, this guy without more than I will take genuine like fucking years to build up to his 4 tomb breaks. I know it isn't the end of the world. Like going from 2 breaks to 4 breaks is like what? Like 200k more damage, which is a 10% damage increase for the guy. But it's like, come on, dude. You're not getting Ameth? No. I don't like her combat. Luke has more fun combat, has stronger sequences now. He has less reliance on his Sig. I mean, he has a lot of stuff going for him. He's like, I mean, he needs the 4 breaks to be on the same level as Ameth, but Ameth needs her weapon? No, but Luke needs it less, is the point. Which means I can get better damage out of him without weapon. Isn't next patch Annie? No. Annie is 3.3. Even if the patch was in Annie, I don't even think that'd mean anything. This game doesn't really give that many pulls for Annies. Just don't pull early sequences on Ameth. Please just don't. Like, they're so bad. There's no point in going into sequence for Ameth unless you're going into S3. He looks fun to play, but mecha. I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, mecha characters aren't exactly anything new for me. Mainly because of Firefly. Literally, the only thing enticing me to pull Ameth is her overworld exploration with the Exo Strider. It looks like insane exploration creep. It's strange how undertuned Ameth sequence are. Well, they aren't undertuned anymore. They got buffed, but it was like the S3 that got buffed. The S1 and the S2 are just dog shit. It's like they're screaming, "Hey, for the Ameth lovers, we're not gonna make the S1 and S2 good. So if you really want to make her that much better, you're gonna have to go all the way to S3, right? Because S1 and S2 you can buy from the Coral shop, but you can't do that for S3. So I think this game will probably go down the route of treating S3 like E2 and HSR, which like low genuinely is kind of decreasing the value of the sequences in the Coral shop just a little bit. It's still better than nothing, but eh. I mean, I think. Let me see. Does Luke have a solid S2? Like, if Luke has a solid S2, I mean, I guess not. It's not all bad. It could just be like an Ameth specific thing. Okay, let me recheck. Okay, yeah. So Ameth going from S0 to S2 is only a 22% damage difference, and S0 to S1 is 7%. Like, that shit is garbage. But S0 to S3 is 63%. The S3 is a like pretty significant jump. And then Luke's S0 to Luke has a good S0 to S2. Luke's S0 to S2 is 40%, and then S0 to S3 is 75%. So if you get Luke S3, he's basically as strong as Ameth. Like in Ameth, that's S3. They're both basically the same power level, in all honesty. They're like right next to each other. Luke has more ramp up time, which is something Ameth doesn't have to deal with, but nonetheless. Like, holy shit, they actually balanced both of these characters to be damn near the same. Holy. Actually, good balancing from these devs. Really, really good balancing. Her S1 give good QOL? No. I think the decent QOL from what I've heard is behind her S2, and it's for Wiwa. I don't remember what exactly it is, but it's her S2. S1 is always just gonna have interruption res basically and a small ass buff. That's what usually what it is. So how much damage would Luke do at S3 with Lene Mornai? He would do... Total team DPR would be like 3 milli. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's more than enough for clearing content. They're balancing around S3s. Well, yeah. They're giving like units similar S3 jumps, like S0 to S3, but some get worse S1s and S2s. Which is weird. It's like you can't even say they're doing the S3 bait specifically for like popular characters. And so they make their S1 S2 mid because they didn't do that with Cart. Cart's S0 to S2 is like genuinely strong. Also, getting her S3 is like 100% as strong. Like she still technically has the strongest sequences in the game. Zanny S2 is also more valuable than S3? Really? They know she's gonna flop. uh, A-Method's probably gonna give Woowa the most banner sales they've had in a while, I'd say. But yeah, there is like Annie in 3.3 and then Collab in 3.4. So it is possible they put more faith into those two patches selling. I did the I did one of the HSR events off stream and now I'm at 100 plus pulls on my Cassie account. W. It was actually faster than I expected. Usually those like annoying things with like the pet events, they take fucking forever. That one didn't take as long. Thank God. Genuinely the convenience game of all time. They before when you played the events with these things, you had to unlock auto by making progression, but this time for this event, they automatically put auto in there. Oh, oh, convenience rail. Convenience rail. I fucking love you. Free Rebecca means her S1 gonna be great. Uh, nah, Uni, no. There's no way they make an S1 on a character good for once if they're free. I refuse to believe it. That would low key be like the jokes write themselves. Oh shit, the thing's up there. Wait, what if they give Rebecca like E1 Tribby low key? Because on Step Leak's thing, she's leaked as like support. So it's just Tribby E1. Well, a Tribby E1 that can only be activated by Lucy. Yup. Augusta Yuno all over again. I can see a Rebecca being a gauntlet character. Just stop seeing things. This game can genuinely make any character any weapon type at this point. They don't even care. So long as the weapon shows up for like a millisecond in any animation, they can give them that weapon. There's no point in even trying to predict weapons for characters. Rebecca gotta be a gun character? Yeah, dude. That's what you'd think. That is what you'd think. Luke upscale. Luke is not getting a best in slot sub DPS. I'm sorry to tell you guys this. The sub DPS cope for Luke is genuinely gone, in my opinion. Because if they do make a best in slot sub DPS for Luke, it means either one of two things. It means one, they decided to make Luke stronger than Ameth, which is fucking bonkers, or they're basically admitting that the negative status team for Ameth would be stronger than the Toon Break one. Because it's unlikely Luke would forever be stronger than Ameth. You get one of two things. Does that mean when it happens I get to gloat? Sure, Uni, sure. But it ain't happening. I'll put my money on it right now. If Luke gets a best in slot sub DPS, which means 25% more basic attack amp, and the possibility of maxing out the Toon Break boost for his inherent, then A, you know? At that point, he's probably going to be hitting 2.4 milli. But once again, I could see it happening, but only if AMS negative status team is stronger than her Toon Break one. Because there is zero way you'll ever get me to believe this game would make a male main DPS stronger than a Sen Res equivalent. Okay? It ain't fucking happening. And he has better sequences too. Forgot about that one. Probably is, but takes more hands. I mean, you can probably use Luke without any hands in the first place, so I've heard he's pretty easy. Jian and Jin Shi? Yeah, what about it? If you give an average player Jian's best in slot team, and then you give an average player Jin Shi's best in slot team from 1.x, tell me which one is coming out on top in terms of clearing. I'm talking about NS Amy team. Nah, I still don't believe it. I still think they'd make 1, 2, 3 rotations with her stronger. Like, do you know how weird it is to say, oh, the Sen Res equivalent character is on the level of Luke main DPS with sweaty hands on the negative status team? Like, get that shit out of here, dude. Get that out of here. This game would never do that. Wait, actually, 2.4 mil DPR is like... Isn't that like Zanny max sweat possible rotation level of damage? At least that's loopable.
Let's not linger.
Because I think Zanny for Nightfall is like 2.3, 2.4. So we're slowly reaching that level, but for normal rotations. And then Miko on the Annie will hit 2.5. Stay with me now. I thought Zanny was 2.7? What? No, I don't think so. Maybe in a non-loopable rotation. 2.7 million for a 4 Nightfall sounds way too much. I can't take Gian seriously since he's the worst character in his best in slot team. Well, if somebody wants to be a nerd, Gion's best in slot team isn't wheelchair with Yuno. If you're like really good with him, it's with Chacona and um SK, I think. But 99% of the player base can't do that. So because of that, yeah, he does less damage. He gets wheelchaired. Do you think we will ever get a male Sen resonator? No. I think it's very plausible that Geshu Lin would probably be a Threnodian resonator, and he'd end up being playable at some point. I don't know when, but I think that would be their big main seller. And it feels like they are still setting up Geshu Lin, especially because of the Kyuan trailer. Like he should still be alive, just missing. Voice break? Yep. SK over Lene? Why would you use Lene? Am I getting rage baited? Why would you use Lene on a Gian team on the third slot switching into Chacona? No Phanon level and gathering wives? Well, if there's anyone who they can kind of treat that way, it would be Geshu. Obviously not Phanon level, like let's be honest. Phanon had the main focus of the story for like years. Quick swap? Yeah, but then it like makes even less sense. Like if you're in quick swap, why would you want to use Lene? Lene's buff just insta runs out.
Let's not linger. Your life is mine to take. Onward.
What do you mean? Lene's buffs get instantly lost if she does quick swap. Her outro buff, and I believe her echo buff. And I believe also her forecast echo buff. Maybe not that one. But like a majority of buffs from Lene just go poof if you switch out. And it also fucks up Lene's rotation. Like you don't really do quick swap with Lene. She doesn't really fit quick swap at all. I was talking to someone else. Oh,
Onward.
They'll make Rover a Sunres? No. I mean, maybe way into the game's lifespan, but not anytime soon, probably. I think, well, okay, I think Geshu Lin is being stretched out way too much at this point. I think if we do get Geshu Lin, it's like 4.x or nothing. If they don't do Geshu Lin in 4.x, like nobody's gonna care anymore. Like I don't know how Kuro doesn't realize this. I can tell they're 100% setting this guy up to eventually be in the game, but they're taking way too fucking long. Like eventually people are just gonna get tired. They're gonna forget about his ass and not care. These guys suck at trying to build up someone. Why'd they make Sagrika Arrow? I don't know. She'll probably have some trivial shit in her kit like, uh, I need an arrow echo scale damage sub DPS or something. I don't know. I think they did a good job with Frollo. Yeah, but like, okay, even though Frollo was like stretched, even Frollo wasn't stretched to the extent of Geshu. You know what I'm saying, Uni? Like, Frollo came out in 2.5, which is just a little over a year later in the game. And I was happy. Frollo was actually probably my most anticipated character from the beginning of the game when I played it at launch. But like, we do know for basically sure at this point, Geshu Lin is not in the entirety of version 3. So at minimum, even if he comes at like the beginning of 4.x, it's like 2.5 years, over 2.5 years into the game. And that's considering he comes early in for 4.x. Like, dude.
Can you keep up?
Like, I am slowly losing my hype for Geshu Lin at this point. Dead ass. Like, I've been wanting this guy for so fucking long. Yeah, Fro has also been in the story like multiple times. Now, obviously, there were places where she wasn't active, right? But she had multiple like places where she's shown up. When it comes to Geshu, it's really just the beginning of the game with Jian for the most part. Who is Geshu Lin? I don't see him in the story. You see what I mean? Like, bro,
Can you keep up?
Frollo is the only decent character in terms of story. I like Cart. Lupa was a little forced. I remember I went through the entirety of Lupa's story on purpose. Um, I don't think I fucked with Lupa that much. Or like her story. I didn't they force her in like one of the patches, kinda. I think one of like it was with Cart, and you were going around Septimont, like, and shit was flooded. Yeah, 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 okay, yeah. You had like Lupa as a pal. There's a lot of fake deaths. Um, hmm, fake deaths. Oh yeah, Prolova isn't even dead, I think. I was gonna say Fro, but I don't think Fro is actually dead. I don't like how Galbrena came out of nowhere in 2.7. Yeah, I mean, that's just something we gotta get used to at this point, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed it, Greeka is going to be this exact same scenario where, like, the character we might see a sneak peek of in maybe Luke's part of 3.1, and then that's it. Like, that's literally the first time we ever see them or hear about them. And then she's in 3.2 as a limited character. Hmm. I'm starting to realize I have no attachment to any of the characters in this game story wise.
Let's not linger.
I really just pull them for design in this game. You never see them after their patch. I mean, they did do the Avengers Assemble shit with Renacita, but it's just like I don't know, man. I feel like I sound like too much of a Hoyo show, and this game just has its own direction. Like I feel like I'm biased right now. The thing is, this isn't even like a Kuro specific thing, right? Because like, dude, I don't like Cyrene either. Like I like Cyrene. I don't like big Cyrene. And like the complete change of her design and how she really came out of fucking left field, right? Like she's basically just Elysia. That's exactly how I feel when it comes to quite a few characters in this game. It's like they come out of nowhere. They're super important for like a patch. And after I just don't care about you anymore. But like this doesn't apply to Phanon for like Phanon. He's my favorite gacha character of all time, and so like I kind of have Phanon as like the standard when it comes to gacha characters right now. And this game, the closest one can come for me is probably it's like Cart or Fro, but even then like they just don't come close, dude.
Let's not linger. Your life is mine to take.
Like I'm not even trolling. I have more interest in Yang Yang than I do a majority of limited 5-star characters. and I'm way more hyped for Yang Yang SP because she's actually like a part of the story. She was in the beginning of the story. She like sends you messages constantly. Like even if she's not in there, like her presence is still like around, you know what I'm saying? Like and she's obviously being set up for something. Yang Yang SP is way more exciting to me than 99% of the limited 5 stars released in this game.
Mandate calls. Forest. If you insist. Onward. Let's not linger.
How long did it take you to almost fully explore those regions, Gabby? I don't know. But this account, I made it in like October, I think. So it's been multiple months. Ameth is an industry plant whose gameplay looks like I'm watching a cutscene, yeah. Like, it's like, even when we consider the Amphorius characters, who technically, I mean, it's unfair, dude. It's just unfair. I'm not gonna bring up HSR and Amphorius. It's just unfair. There's no point in me bringing up. Like the entire Amphorius cast was getting story basically every single patch for like an entire year. It's just so incomparable. I don't think HSR will peak better than Amphorius. They 100% will. People say this every single patch. When it was up to the Lofu, like Lofu was glazed like crazy for a gotcha game patch. Then we got what was after Lofu? Was it Pentagony? Was it that quick? Pentagony? I think it was. So you have Pentagony, and then everybody called HSR's Pentagony the best planet in gotcha, and like story wise and shit when it was releasing. Um, and now we're in Ampho, and people are saying the same shit about Ampho. Like HSR keeps making better planets that people think is so good lore wise, and story wise, character wise. Yeah, the first few patches of Amphorius were slow because they were really trying to build up the world building and help like the player understand everything that's going on as quick as possible. And then the rest just made things happen. What do you think about the 4.0 planet design? I really like it from what I've seen. Bellabog might be the most overrated world in the game. I completely agree. 99% of the time when people glaze Bellabog, it's people that's already quit HSR. Like, I'm not even trolling. Like, I'll see people talking about how HSR fell off so bad after Bellabog. Keep in mind, Bellabog has like no fucking story. Okay? Like none. That shit is speed runnable within a couple hours. It's such a fast ass planet. And I think what Bellabog actually perfectly represents, in my opinion, is writing versus telling. And this is what people get confused so often when they glaze Woowa. Woowa's story presentation and their storytelling is really good and much faster paced as compared to HSR. So people prefer that. But that does not mean the actual writing is better. It's the same shit here. Like, Bellabog has a minuscule amount of real story behind it as compared to something like Penacony and Amphorius. But people say they like Bellabog better because it's just faster. You know, you get the info faster. It's done. Oh, cool adventure. Now let's go to the Zhangzhou. To be honest, I'd absolutely hate to get another Bellabog. Like, just think about it. Imagine we wait like an entire year for a new planet, and then that planet is done within like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. I hope they never make a planet like Bellabog, man. Bellabog felt more grounded. Yeah, I could see that argument, but it's like at the same time, it's just missing so much sauce, in my opinion. I can understand why someone would like it for sure, though. Like, I'm not saying I don't understand people who like it, but people who call it like the best planet and HSR has never been better since is fucking insane to me, man. Like, that's an objective statement you're trying to make there. Well, it's not just global who thinks this way, Komari. Like, I swear 90% of the time when global complains about something on Wua, the shills of this game will instantly go to, oh, but CN and JP don't complain about this. Like, for example, the recent spending event, people are like, oh, I don't understand why Global's making such a fiasco. You know, over there in JP and CN, nobody cares. It's like, yeah, because they're fucking used to getting scammed. You idiot, right? Like, they are used to these gotchas being predatory on them, and they don't care because it's normal for them. Okay? But that aside, like, even JP and CN are like constantly complaining about the story now, I've heard. Like, they are basically saying they fucking hate this shit, especially with Chisa. They did not like how fast Chisa got sidelined, which makes sense because JP fucking loves Chisa. I join and the first thing I see is Gabby crashing out. No, I hate it when people bring up CN and JP players not caring about spending events and gotchas as like some type of gotcha towards the global player base actually caring about it. Like, yes, we have standards. Hello? Like, the people over there don't give a shit. You could put the most predatory gotcha system possible over there. Fucking 300 pity max, right? You put $10 into the game, you only get a single pull. And they'd still play it and glaze it and not complain about it.
Let's not linger.
FGO moment? Yeah, basically. Like, it is normalized over there to spend thousands of dollars on gachas, and people will think you're weird if you even complain about it. I like spending events. I mean, I'm not saying you can't, you know, fuck with spending events, especially if you yourself are a spender, right? Like, I'm not saying, oh, kill all spending event lovers, right? Like, no, I understand it. And I've fully accepted it's something in these games. But, like, my point is, like, for example, these CNJP players, they'll literally go out of their way to be like, oh, I don't understand why Global's complaining about this. Greedy ass players, right? And then people will use them as a standard whenever a global player actually complains. It's like there's a difference in standards. There is a huge difference in like moral standards. Morals in my gotcha, true. I think it's 14 days, tactician. My casino is better than your casino? What? Nah, QU1's just built different. QU1 can do this for sure. I just like Chisa because she's hot. I didn't give a shit about her story. I just thought she was hot ever since the first strip market. She reminded me of Rio from Blue Archive. What do you think is the strongest element in the avatar? Is that even a question? It's just obviously air. Like they literally just nerf airbenders, dude. They make them fucking stupid. Or actually no. They have a lore reason for why airbenders aren't actually smart or like purposely hinder themselves, and it's because they're like peaceful people. But genuinely, they could just suck the air out of people's lungs and instantly kill them. It's such an easy win condition, but it's like never done. Do you mispronounce character names on purpose? No. You can say the same with water, water with the blood manipulation too. Well, yeah, obviously there's blood manipulation too. I'm not saying there isn't. They're both strong, but I'd still probably go with air. Because air is just much more versatile bending in the first place. Like, you can literally fly. Like no one really learned how to do it except for one person. But air lets you do almost anything. You can make wind sharp. You can create blunt force. You can create defense. You can boost your own speed and your own power. Like you can do almost everything with air. It's insanity. You can obviously do it with the other elements too in Avatar, but like if we're talking about like real life applications and how effective it is, airbending should be 10 times more effective for these types of things as compared to the other ones. You can't fly with firebending. You can't maintain it.
Let's not linger.
Going from Zahir learning how to fly thanks to Guru to having Kuvira in season 4 was a huge downgrade. Earthbending is the most OP because you could just break the legs of opponents in 0.5 seconds and it's canon. They just decide not to do it because I don't know. I mean, I still think, like, yeah, I don't disagree. That's actually a really good point. But, like, if you're fast enough, it just doesn't matter. Like, didn't Aang kind of prove this when he went against Toph in the original Avatar?
Let's
Like,
not linger.
she couldn't really. Well, obviously, she couldn't see for one, which really threw her off. But, like, Aang's reflexes are so fucking quick, it just doesn't matter. Like, the second she senses him, instantly does something, and she's like, keep in mind, an insane prodigy. It doesn't matter. He just flies away, or he just like makes himself go up, go sideways. Can't you just suck all the oxygen out of the air around you and win? Yeah, that's kind of the point that a lot of people bring up all the time. Now, water bending obviously has like blood manipulation, but like it's such a rare thing, right? Like here's the thing, when we're talking about waterbender versus airbender and people bring up blood manipulation is insanely rare. Okay? Like barely anyone can actually do this shit. It is so rare. But when it comes to airbending, like technically every single airbender who is like semi proficient at it should have the ability to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? They just don't do it. They refuse to do it. I'm assuming the excuse is just because they're peaceful people, but no, but you can do other things, Wilson. Like you can fill people's lungs with too much air, and then they'd instantly just die, or they can't breathe. Like there's so many different things you can do with air. Also, like, what was it like? Was it Aang versus Ozai when he does like his avatar form, and it's like near the end of the OG series? Like he does an entire thing of air around him with all the elements, and he just pushes shit out with it. So it's like there's living proof that it is 100% possible to just make like a ball of air, and you can probably focus whatever you want in or outside of it. That's insanely precise. I mean, we're talking like, I mean, if you look at the airbenders, Wilson, this isn't anything hard for them. Being precise isn't anything hard for them in the slightest. Like they are all trained insane. Like literally the first thing that you see literal kid airbenders doing in the series, what is that like one ball sport that they play and they have to like kick the ball and go around on literally their tippy toes on super small um like spike thingies. Like literally as kids they play that sport, which requires incredible precision. Like the entire element in the airbenders are basically built around precision. Kicking the ball isn't on the same level as surgical precision. I mean, it is because they do it as kids. It's literally a sport that airbenders play as kids, where they fully manipulate their bodies around to not take any damage and play as cleanly as possible. And then they learn how to use the gliders. Then they learn how to do like what is Appa called? His species? I don't remember. But they learn how to mount Appa and like other shit. Like that's the beginning level. That's the beginning course. You're wrong, I'm right, true. The fire element's the weakest? Yeah, for sure. Pretty easily. When we talk about like if we were to compare, well no, because technically at max potential fire is just like hotter. I think fire is less probably versatile as like earth, water, and air. It's probably the least versatile, but it has maybe like the most destructive force potential. You agree AMS exploration looks fun as shit? Yeah. That's what I've been saying for a while now. I said the only thing that could possibly entice me to pull Ameth is solely probably her exploration ability. Lene versus Chisa, who's winning? Chisa. You can snuff out oxygen around you and delete fire immediately. Yeah, but I'm not assuming like we're literally talking about matchups here. At least not for like this fire thing. I'm just assuming like pure destructive force, like in any nature, and you're not, going against some airbender. Like it's incredibly effective. I think fire is like the only one that kind of catches on. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, you do a small little fire on a tree in a forest, and it could lead to something disastrous. You can't really do the same thing with air, water, or earth. Like you need to be the main force behind the destructive capability. But fire can go a long, long way. Fire's backloaded DPS. Yeah, basically. With Earth, they have lava. Yeah, but you'd eventually probably like. I mean, yeah, maybe. Is there a single Earthbender in the series that does lava though? I know Toffler's metal bending, but I don't remember lava related stuff. It's been a while. Multiple. Bolin learns it in the final season. There's a lava bender and he was OP. I think there was one that did magma bending. Damn. I'm like, what's the point of even being? Were they like from being an earthbender? Or is it like separate? Or is it just like a sub part of earthbending? Because if it's part of like firebending, then yeah. But if not, like firebending kind of fucking blows, dude. Holy shit. Oh, he's a fire plus earthbender. Oh. They were both earthbenders? Oh, okay. I see. No, yeah, that's what I was thinking about Wilson. Like, if a firebender and there was like absolutely no limits and it was more like energy related, like imagine the heat of the sun. Like that could be pretty crazy, but realistically, I don't think anybody in the Avatar universe is getting anywhere close to that. To be honest, you know what? I think if I had to choose now that I actually think about it, I'd take water bending. I think air bending, in my opinion, would be way more fun. But I say water bending because you can just make water out of the air. Like you can get water in places where you usually wouldn't. For so like survival wise, water bending is probably the best out of all these. Ironic that Lakari's a BA gotcha player. Oh yeah, I saw that shit. It was disgusting. I mean, at the same time, it's not like that means like I've already seen people generalizing it. Holy fuck, this happens every time, dude. Ugh. Who is Lakari? I don't know. I didn't know who he was either until recently. He got exposed for looking at illegal shit for underage children. Completely disgusting. And then he tried playing it off. He kept his stream on for like a long ass time, basically trying to pull the age old excuse of I got a virus. It downloaded this onto my PC, and I have no clue what this shit is. Like, brother, are we fucking serious? The guy with the notepad stuff, yeah.
Let's not linger.
Lakari was a part of the OTK group. Dude, that entire group is actually like so cooked, man. I mean, why do you think, Wilson? He already got exposed for it and obviously admitted it. It's been like a few days since that thing. Was it literal footage? No, he had multiple links and history on his PC, and he accidentally showed one of the links and like multiple different things, opening his notepad on screen on stream. Like it's actually insane when you think about it. He thought he wasn't like he was looking at this on stream willingly, right? And he thought it wouldn't pop up on his stream screen. So he was willingly looking at this link, copy and pasting it while streaming. And then that's why he got exposed. Guy had zero fear, and then the second he realized that everybody saw it, oh my fucking goodness. Waiting for Gabi Maru's scandal? I just goon, man. I just goon. Everything I goon to is strictly anime. I'll actually go out and say this. I haven't gooned to like real porn in years. It's just all hentai and mainly Reddit and Twitter. Ugh. So don't worry. Your boy's safe. Why did you feel the need to say that? I mean, it's not like it's that big of a deal to say in the first place. No shame. I mean, like, obviously, I basically built up to having no shame, considering I constantly do, like, posts on my community of characters I like. This shit is normal at this point. I used to feel shame, but, like, not really anymore. Especially in this gotcha space, like, there's always someone weirder than you. You know? There's always someone weirder, so what's the point of having shame? I remember PG-13 Gabby. You mean the Gabby who talked about how badly he wanted My Day and Phanon with very specific words? That PG-13 Gabby?
Let's not linger.
I didn't do the community. Well, no, I did do Ellen Joe, I think. Yeah, I did do community posts for Ellen Joe. Never mind. I thought you said that to AI. Oh, yeah, yeah, I forgot. We need a Discord? No.
Let's not linger.
No, I'm not making a Discord. Where are the old style of vids with the wallpaper engine backgrounds? I mean, I can bring them back a few times. I've just kind of gone through a majority of anime characters I care about.
Let's not linger.
Where did you get the Phanon background? Wallpaper engine. Never seen it, never heard of it, Zeldad. We need a Discord and just make it. No. You guys need to understand, I don't like social interaction. Well, I like these streams, but outside of that, I prefer to have a lot of alone time in my life. So I don't spend any time on Discord or any shit like that. All my time is spent either IRL work, content creation, streaming out of boredom, or like watching anime and TV shows. I don't bother wasting any of my time on anything else. You don't need to interact. It doesn't matter. It's a Discord under my name, so if some shit goes wrong, then I'll obviously be blamed for it, which I just don't want to deal with. You forgot to add Goonie? Oh yeah, true. My bad. I forgot. I goon way less than you guys actually think I do. I over exaggerate it all the time for jokes. Like there are some people out there who genuinely come into my stream thinking I goon like 3 times a day. Like what type of monster do you think I am? I don't even have the energy to do that shit most of the time. I just read a manhwa and then I fall asleep. You must keep the agenda? True. I need Ellen Joe to ruin me? Same. You're only a level 50 goon? Yeah, there's probably like a level 100 goon out there in the world right now. It's also like pretty unhealthy. Like if anything ends up turning into addiction, it's always bad. Any type of addiction. I had to learn that shit the hard way when I was smaller. So now when I'm grown up, I hate addiction to anything. So I can basically fully recognize when I'm addicted to something. And if I ever feel like it's getting too bad, I just force myself not to do it for a while. Dude, we have no clue what Rebecca is gonna be, man. She's fucking like half a year away. No, there's no leak of her being a Havoc support. Ugh. Roshi is the worst Havoc support ever. What about the junk food addiction? What about it? You want to know what I ate today? Eggs and beans. Because I was too lazy to cook something real. So I ate eggs and beans, diet soda from the store this morning, and then obviously milk from then on. You're British? No, it was refried beans. There's no way I'd eat normal beans with eggs. Are you insane? Refried beans. What about rice and beans? I also fuck with that. I eat it decently often. It's just easy to make, and it's something I'm used to because of what I grew up on. So, yeah, that too. At least it's not actual slop. Yeah, no, I don't eat beans like that. I don't like it. Unless it's like combined with rice, but like beans by themselves that way, nah. It needs to be refried. Like, dude. Teach me your ways.
Precision
What ways?
calibration. Combat efficiency. Tell me. Hopefully, will make me find it.
The experiment begins.
I alone will decide.
How does this game not have a single Shota, dude? Like, they're actually in the trenches of like that category of character in these gacha games. Holy shit. Look at previous message. Joe Biden. The Lion Boy.
Power levels. Precision calibration. Combat efficiency.
Nah, not really. I think some of my messages got filtered. Oh. YouTube's so weird. How does the moderation system of this thing work? What gacha game even has a Shota at this point? Well, I literally say it because I recently saw a drip market from NTE that I think was a Shota, and apparently they have even more in that game. So on launch they have multiple, which is like kind of weird. It is so uncommon for something like that to happen. Is Gabby on top chat? Live chat shows all messages. Well, it says live chat on my thing, so. Oh, wait, no, you're right. All messages. Oh. Sometimes I wish I didn't care and be ugly like you, because right now I'm wearing a shaper, a t-shirt, and a cropped coat with long black cargo pants. It's sunny. How much RAM do you have? I think 16. I asked how I can be nonchalant and ugly like you because I'm wearing a compression t-shirt and cropped coat with long black cargo pants in 40-degree weather. Uh, the trick to being as ugly as me has to be with not caring about what others think of you. Now, this doesn't mean you don't take care of yourself, but that you have no problem being ugly. Accepting ugliness is the first step towards peace and calmness for your inner mind. You accept the bare minimum? I mean, yeah, I don't care about anything else. If the world requires bare minimum, then I will do the bare minimum. I won't go out of my way to do more unless I need to. That's the philosophy I live by, man. When I was a kid, I used to be the type that tried to go out of their way to do max potential and everything. And then I had my fucking family giving me the highest of expectations and constantly pushing me to do more and more and more. So I was like, wait, what if I just stop, you know, actually trying and just doing the bare minimum? And then it changed. If I did anything above the bare minimum, they'd be happy. So, made my life easier. No wonder you're a capybara, you're chill. Hey, being chill is another avenue towards inner peace. Woo, another gold one. Oh, got an achievement.
Let's not linger.
You're a disappointment to your family? No, not really. My family's pretty happy with me. They don't treat me as annoyingly as they used to because they reflected on their actions. So, we're all like a happy fam now. But they were like one of those families where like, well, I was incredibly young. They didn't really give me any of my own free will to choose what I wanted to do. Like people with obviously, they come from backgrounds that are different than usual. You'll usually get pushed to be like a doctor, an engineer, that type of shit. And they really didn't want to let me do anything I wanted. So it was like one of those things. Is Luke reliant on Lene and Mornai, or is S0R0 fine? S0R0 is fine. The first thing when I joined was you beefing. Well, that's just because I get passionate about gacha. It's like the only hobby I really have. I mean, obviously outside of just general gaming and anime and shit. But I don't act this way when it comes to literally anything outside of my hobbies. I just keep it moving. You don't do sports? I used to do basketball and soccer, but not anymore, no. How much DPS loss if Lene and Mornai don't have their SIG? If I remember correctly, combine the two, they make the team do like 12-13% more damage in total as compared to the alternative options. So, well, you'd be 12 or 13% weaker. It's not really worth it though. It's just better to get Luke sequences probably. Don't you have other hobbies? Nah. IRL social life? Nah. I don't like talking to other people. Real life talking is like a ton of small talk, which I hate. If there's no substance behind a conversation, why am I having it? Once you get old, how you gonna get help? I don't know. I'll think about that later. Beefing online is substance? I mean, there's like a real thing to talk about. Like, what? Like, it's a real discussion, is my point. Not small talk. That literally means nothing and is just getting around to what someone should probably say. Luke's sequences are really good. Really strong. I hope, like, you guys need to understand, it's not like I feel lonely. Like, I feel like this is what some of you, or like Wilson, might be trying to infer. I prefer to not have a bunch of IRL links, right? Like, people that I genuinely form a connect. Like, I prefer not to have that. I'm happier the more alone time I have. I don't know why I'm like this. I just am like this. I love being alone. I hate being around other people. I love doing everything alone. Top 5 goons? The catalog is too large, man. It's hard to choose. Yeah, like it's not like I can't be social. I can easily force myself, well, to pretend like I'm a very sociable person, like I'm an extrovert. I've done it a billion times at this point. Like you kind of need to learn it at some point, especially when you're trying to get a job. But like the second I'm done with the act, like my I have no energy for it, dude. Unless I need to force it for my own benefit, I just don't have the energy for it, man. Only people I like talking to are my parents and my grandma. Yeah, like it's kind of the same over here. The only people I'll like really talk to are my parents, my grandma, my father, and occasionally my sister. Oh, and my cousin. My cousin loves visiting me. That's probably the guy I actually talk to the most now that I think about it. My cousin, like, is definitely the one I'm the closest to, probably. We talk a lot more naturally because we have the same hobbies. Being alone when you're sick slash disabled sucks, especially when your family throws you away. I mean, yeah, I imagine, but I do have family. It's not like I have no one. I'm just saying, like, outside of family, I just don't really bother to fuck with anyone. Also, like, when it comes to me, sicknesses kind of go away really fast. The last time I was sick was like a few months back and it was pretty bad. Oh, yeah, there was a new variant of the flu, and my entire house got inflicted by it. But I got over it in like a day. So, the last time I was seriously sick was like 3 years ago. And that shit lasted like 3 weeks. That one was pretty bad. How cold is it right now? Uh, Let me see. It's minus 15 Celsius. A few days ago it was minus 25 though. And I had to go out. Thought I was antisocial. The chat makes me feel like I am somehow hypersocial. I mean, there's a lot of people that just bed rot or room rot, and they really just don't care. I mean, I'm kind of similar, but obviously I'm old enough now to the point where I can't bed rot 24/7. But still, I have more freedom than most people, I'd say for sure, my age.
Let's not linger.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, on the internet, people feel so much more comfortable just fully talking about shit. And so it's like, whether you want to believe it or not, someone you may think is an extrovert that you know IRL, dead ass, like, hates a lot of social interaction. Like, I've seen this same trope a billion times at this point. People act like extroverts just because they want to seem likable to people around them. But in reality, they aren't like that. It's like a real fucking thing. Like, I can't count how many people think I'm an extrovert, like IRL, that have probably met me for a little bit. Especially my school friends. Yeah, for sure. Probably most of my high school friends
Let's not
probably think I'm like the most energetic person on this planet. 'You go to school? No, I'm talking about. I mentioned high school on purpose. I'm obviously not in high school at 21. That shit's been done with. 21 is a W age. Thank you. Just call me Gabby. I'm 22 and people are calling me Unk. I mean, I feel like people call anyone Unk for anything these days ever since it became a trend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen people call 17-year-olds Unk. Like, and they're not even trolling. People just say Unk for anything these days. I think Unk makes the most sense for probably like 30s maybe. Because like that actually makes sense. There's a ton of uncles that are like 30 years old in that ballpark. Whatever you say, old man. Okay. I'm 26. Need to reevaluate my life choices. I mean, if you're having fun, who cares? If the best part of my day is rage baiting Hoyo shows, okay, yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you need to find something a little more fun to do. I'm 32 in a few days. Yeah, but you're also a whale. So it's like, who cares? If you got the moolah, who cares? E2 Unk? Yo, is that what we're saying these days? We got E2 Unks? What's an E6 Unk? What's an E6 Unk look like? The typo makes it funnier. Me, I'm E6 Unk? Damn. 35 is E6. 70 is E6? Holy. The disparity.
let's not linger. Mandate calls. False. Onward.
Okay, low key. Someone asked for it. The top 5 goons: Riko, Yuka, Udahime, Yuki, and Nobara. Bam. I definitely didn't just only name JJK characters out of boredom. Are you speaking Japanese? You didn't know? I turned Japanese yesterday. Uh, Gozaimasu. Mei Mei? Nah. Quite base, thanks. Nobara mid? Nah. Kakeguri Mashon? Yup. I know that one. Gabimaru brought out a mid top 5 and we not talking about it? No one's talking about it because they all agree. Where's the men? I mean, I feel like a top 5 men list for JJK would be pretty obvious. I mean, I wouldn't say like what order, but it's like most people would just go Gojo, Sukuna, Nanami, Toji, I don't know who else. Literally whatever sleeper pick they have. There's like a ton of sleeper picks for so many people in JJK. Someone gonna say Jogo. Jogo. Soifon is the hottest Bleach character? Nah. I can't agree on this one. Mahito? I came back and there's a generated summary of the chat and it says chat is making jokes about Unk in old age. Sounds pretty accurate, Uni. When were AI generated chat summaries a thing? They've been a thing for a while now, I think. Female Mahito goes hard? Yeah, I've seen a few fan arts of it. Does. A thought crossed my mind. Het men who enjoy couple are gay because they like watching a man doing it. That's kinda gay as hell if you ask me. Nah. Crazy how Uni joined the chat and instantly people start talking about how trash the Woowa story is. Are you guys trying to rage bait Uni? Is there a secret mission in my chat I'm not aware of? Rage bait me when I agree with the rage bait. uh, I thought you'd get tired of my chat slandering Woowa at this point, Uni. 'Cause, like, some of them do go kind of hard on it. In my opinion, unfairly at times. I just don't say anything about it. Female Gojos over a female Mojito? I mean, I don't know. Female Gojo's kind of like a basic thing. Mojito is like, that's a once in a lifetime experience. Oh shit, I gotta charge. Do you think Hom DG goons to Yun Lee? No. It seems like Hom DG had a lot more of a wholesome love for Yun Lee. Like, they even did the cosplay and everything. I could be wrong, though. Like, you obviously just don't know what someone's into. But I think they seemed more wholesome. Some slander is justified, but yes, some of your chat talk about Woowa the same way Saint talks about Hoyo. Yeah, I know. That's enough brain rot for me today. Bye-bye. I need to start working on my thesis statement. Drink some milk. I already drank an entire liter of milk before this stream, but thank you. And good luck with your thesis. Thanks for stopping by. Drink more? Nah, I'm good. I'm not an unk. I'm 21. I'm still blooming. No? My years are only really getting started now. uh, that's cool, Wilson. 22 is not old. I'm still a kid. Well, that's not what I mean, but you know, I'm still raring to go. Zanny milk? Mmm. Yep. Phoebe milk? Mmm. Cooking. Phanon milk? Mmm. Alright, that's enough. If you are not into the factory of Arknights, you are an unk. Wouldn't it be the opposite? Wouldn't like older people find the factory system cool and unique? Or am I overestimating older people? Are older people just that lazy? You missing out a lot on Enfield? I know. I just Man, I'm gonna be honest, Dabo. I cannot add or like dab. I just can't add another gotcha into the cycle, man. I really can't. I think the factory system appeals to unks more, yeah. But like, you guys need to understand, I'm struggling to keep up with 3 gotchas actively. 4, especially knowing I'm gonna go into Silver Palace in the future, making it 5. Like, I might as well just call it, man. Just quit ZZZ. Uni, that's including no ZZZ, by the way. That is including no ZZZ. The 3 gotchas I play currently are Wua HSR and Bleach Soul Resonance. If it was ZZZ, it'd already be 4. Wua's the only game I need to actually turn my PC on for. Because I have HSR and the other thing on mobile. Does HSR even count? Yes. Okay, you guys want the honest reasoning? I could probably play a bajillion different gotchas at once. I just procrastinate because I don't want to learn that many things. Or like keep up with learning that many games. That's like the full honesty. Every single game I do play, I try to have a really good amount of knowledge on. And so forcing myself to learn all these other games incredibly well would just piss me off. I like mentally cannot make myself talk about a game I fucking suck at. Oh no.
Let's not linger.
I feel like I just make such a clown show out of myself. Yeah, I know uni, but it's like as a CC, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you've seen it, uni, but Kekvin, I think, is a very good example of someone who didn't at all try to learn how to play any of these games, and his ass gets cooked. It don't matter what game it is, it don't matter what video it is, his shit gets lit on fire.
Let's not linger.
And also, obviously, I'm more of like an informational CC. I'm not one who is like really good at editing and fun gameplay. Like my shit is all leaks and character strength and meta takes. I'm so lazy to edit. My mind is like, at least make sure you have some clue what you are talking about if you're not going to edit or make any crazy content. Same barely knows how to play Woowa. Hey, double King Long, Gion rotation. Woowa sweat. Bam. He's knowledgeable enough, GG's.
Let's not linger.
I'm a sweat and I found Kekfin's double pawn matrix far more entertaining than the vast majority of what Woowa CC's put out. I just saw a guy having a blast. I guess. Because, like, technically speaking, I'd probably look like a complete tourist if people saw my ZZZ gameplay. And they aren't even technically wrong. I am a tourist in that game because I just don't play it that often. What do you think of Free Run Season 2? Haven't watched it.
Let's not linger.
Which Spartan do you think has the better design, Chief or Kratos? Kratos for sure. What do you think of Magi styling on her whole clan? She looked really hot while doing it. Oh, also, hype fights in Aura. Oh yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. No spoilers. I forgot people don't read mangas. No spoilers, guys. I always forget because I'm like a manga and leaks reader and basically everything. There are people not like me. Soifon, Orihime, Rangiku, everybody else. How are you a Bleach fan and you don't at least have Yoruichi in your top 3? Well, I don't think manga leaks are ethical. Like I genuinely think manga leaks are stupid. But at the same time, yeah. I watch leaks and then I also read official. It's both at the same time. But like for example in a manga, you get the leak technically like a few days earlier as compared to official chapter release, but you then have to wait a week until the next leaked chapter, which is, if you think about it, the same thing as the official chapter cycle, right? Like it's genuinely stupid. It doesn't make a difference, but it's just really hype to see memes and shit when leaked chapters come out, which is why I like it. That's literally it. Just the hype and community discussion. I don't think it's ethical at all. It literally makes zero sense. Gotchas though, gotchas leaks are fucking amazing. I love Yoruichi, but Rangiku clears. Nah. Yoruichi, Rukia, and there's probably someone else that's slipping my mind right now. To be honest, those are like my undisputed top 2 though. Kenpachi. Yeah. Sure, man.
Let's not linger.
No gay, but Aizen can get it. That sounds kind of gay to me. I don't know. Gacha players, manga fans leak everything with zero compassion. I mean, gacha leaks are good though. Manga leaks, yeah. I mean, manga leaks just lead to people having zero clue what actually happened because of bad translations. This happened the most when I was like following Gojo versus Sukuna officially, and people were watching it through leaks, and I'd have like genuine discussions about people over this shit because I actually cared about it back then. And like 90% of the time, when I talk to someone, they'd be bringing up leaked mistranslations instead of official chapters, which was like, oh. So I've been having this entire discussion with you, and you've basically been reading a different version of the story because it's literally wrong. Brother. How's HSR leaks? No community crash out yet? What do you mean by community crash out? HSR leaks are... Okay. Of any game I've played, HSR leaks are the most normalized for one in probably the gacha space. But two, they have some of the most insane leaks from like way, way before they actually happen. Like, and that are like really accurate. But right now, the leaks are dry. It's probably not that the leakers don't have something to leak, but like just like all these other gotchas, like they purposely hold on to things that they can leak, and they just drip feed it over time. Like for example, let's say we get a drip market in a few days, then a leaker would drop a leak to match the hype of the drip market. Like for some reason they're just like this. I don't know why.
Let's not blame
Blame the HP inflation? True. I actually like I fell down yesterday and I just blamed HSR's HP inflation and I felt better. Look at the viewer count, it says 70 for me. I think gacha leaks should be normalized because free-to-plays need future sight or it's over for them. I don't think free-to-plays need it, but yeah, it helps like a shit ton. It really does help. Oh, now it says 6-7. Oh, it was delayed for me. I like leaks, but for story stuff, it's annoying. Yeah, I don't actually look at leaks for story stuff in gotchas. Like that's never something I've actually gone out of my way to do. Very rarely, where they'll be like, probably indirectly I'll get leaked, either through people talking about the story leaks on Twitter, or someone accidentally not putting their story leak as like flared correctly on Reddit or something. That's basically the only time I get story leaks. I will say though, like for example, imagine you're a normal player and your favorite character is like Sparkle, right? You would genuinely, yeah. Wait, no, you would know because of the drip market. No, no, no. You would know because of drip market. You'd only know by the drip market that Sparksy is in the next patch, probably. Right? But if you're a Leaks player, we've known Sparksy has been coming for like half a year at this point, dude. Like, at least. The time you have to save for something, if you're looking at leaks, is just so much fucking higher as compared to if you don't look at leaks, which I think is the best part about it. Like, it's the same thing with Yai too. Like, for example, a currently an official player who doesn't look at leaks, hasn't seen any, doesn't know who the fuck Yai Sakura is, doesn't know she's coming. They have zero clue. If anything, it's Evanesia for them now, right? Because of the drip market, it changed their name to Evanesia. They wouldn't know she's on the Annie patch. They just wouldn't know. Well, maybe you could infer from the design quality, maybe, that she'd be the Annie main push, but that's it. Like, you gotta be fucking Sherlock Holmes to deduct that shit. But because we see leaks, it's like, oh, we already know she's coming on the Annie. So, I'm spoiled now. Who that? Oh, hello, Coda. Hello. Uh, the Evanesia girl from the Elation Drip Marketing. The one with ears. Some serious ears on her. Yeah, Zodic. Do you think it's possible to beat the Orphan of Cause while listening to you yap? No. And the reason I believe this is because I'm going to end stream soon. Why are you on 250 ping? I made this account on C servers, Coda. Because this account, it technically has my other NA account. So, like, I can make a server on NA. So I made one on C. I was low-key curious how bad the ping would be when tackling wave content like Weewa. I mean, that shit sucks. It takes an entire one plus second for the mobs to actually spawn when I kill them, leading to worse scores. He still gets like 4K though. 300 ain't bad. Nah, 300 delay is pretty bad. It's not bad for how far it is. It's literally on the other side of the world for me, but will you ever get a Discord? I want to get you in a CC server. I am not someone who really uses Discord, Coda, at all. And I don't really talk well to people at all. I already tried with Rin and it just didn't work. Drip marketing might be today. Cope. What, at 11? I talked to Axe about it a little. Nonetheless, you're the GOAT, my guy. Thank you, Coda. Thank you. Oh, shit. We found a gold one. Let's go.
Your life is mine to take.
Can I add you on Discord? Sure. It won't really do anything, but Wave is streaming today. Program is soon. Who would they even drip? La Mancha? Wait, no. Well, it's not really drip. Because, like, I mean, the shit already exists. Drip for Wua? Nah, for HSR. It's just a different art, basically. The original drip isn't like a regularly scheduled drip market, Phoenix. Blade was already drip marketed? Yeah, yeah. I think every single character from 4.0 to 4.3 has been drip marketed. It was Nihilux, Evanesia, Ashvale, which I think was La Mancha, Blade, Sparksy, Yao Guang, Silverwolf, all those. Drip markets are basically just proof of what the next character releasing is. Like that's what most people are going to use it for at this point. So if there's a La Mancha drip market, then that means he's in 4.1. Same with like Blade or anybody else. W sacrifice? Yeah, I actually didn't know about that at first Coda. I didn't know that someone accidentally leaked it and then they just officially released it when they found out about it. That shit was hilarious when I heard. No, I haven't, Spartan.
Onward.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I've hit like 10:30 p.m. So I forced myself to stay awake long enough at this point. I am satisfied. Thank you all for sticking with me trying to fix my sleep schedule. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night and